Here's check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. National Weather Service has a winter weather advisory out in effect for our tri-state area that runs until 5 o'clock today, including Litchfield County, Southern Berkshire County, Western Greene, Western Columbia, Western Ulster, Eastern Dutchess, Eastern Ulster, Western Dutchess. Winter weather advisory until 5 p.m. with mixed precipitation, anywhere of snow accumulations from 1 to 3 inches, ice accumulations of 1/10 to 1/2 of an inch. It should go through the day today. We'll keep our eyes on it and keep you informed. Meanwhile, our Robin Hood Radio Storm Watch for today: Region 1 schools closed, Indian Mountain closed, Region 7 closed, Explorations closed, Weebatuck closed, Dover closed, also closed. Pine Plains School District will be on full remote asynchronous instruction. There will be no district travel transportation. Southern Berkshire Regional School District closed. Taconic Hills School District closed. Torrington Public Schools closed. Wolcott Technical High School, Torrington closed. Dutchess Community College closed. Red Hook Central Schools closed. Taconic Hills Central School District closed. Germantown School District closed. Columbia Green Community College closed due to inclement weather and icy roads. Astor Early Childhood Program in Wingdale closed. Corner Food Pantry in Lakeville is closed. Torrington Elderly Nutrition, no meals on wheels. Dutchess County Office for the Aging, there will be no home-delivered meals today, and the Greene County Senior Centers are closed. In Lakeville, the Women's Support Services are moving there in March, remaining central and accessible within the towns they serve. The offices of Women's Support Services will be moving from Sharon to Lakeville in early March, gaining more space for an increase in staff members and volunteer service needs. The exact date for the move will be determined in the coming weeks. The executive director said during a phone interview with the Lakeville Journal on the 27th. She noted that all phone and contact information will remain the same during the move, ensuring seamless access to all services. In Massachusetts, the state has released a funded bridge project including a slew across the Berkshires, including bridges across the Berkshires in Great Barrington, 3 in Great Barrington. Those who have shutdowns in South County and the hub over the last few years have suspended travel, even harmed business. Cottage Street Bridge will receive about $3.85 million, Division Street Bridge $13.96 million, and the Bright Red Bridge, which was formerly known as the Brown Bridge at the gateway of Route 7 and 23, will get $10.1 million for an overhaul. VFW in North Canaan has sent aid to tornado-struck Kentucky. Members of the Couch Pipe of VFW raised $6,000 to send to veterans impacted by the December tornado that destroyed property in western Kentucky. That tornado, which traveled 165 miles through 11 counties, has been described as catastrophic. The local fundraising effort was started by Bruce Marston, who was born and raised in Falls Village, who had only joined the VFW 3 years ago. He decided to join, he said, because it's a good organization that does a lot to help people. He also saw his chance to take part in history of benevolent aid when he saw news reports of the tornado. Quote, "It looked like a war zone," he said. "Everything is gone. I couldn't imagine going to bed at night with nothing but the clothes on your back, knowing that everything you've worked for is gone, to not even have a clean pair of socks or drawers. I can't imagine that kind of devastation." Marston contacted VFW President Grace Kelly, a resident of Winsted, and together they began a fundraising effort to help veterans in Kentucky. On his own, Marston managed to raise over $4,000. Other Couch Piper members also made individual donations, and the VFW itself added $1,300, bringing the total to $6,000. Quoting here, "We hope this will help supply food or water or whatever they need," Marston said. "They're going to need it for a long, long time." Now, out of Tri-Corner News in New York State, a complaint has been filed against Amenia-strong candidates. The residual strain and tension that built up among the 9 candidates who ran for the Amenia Town Board in November remains, with 2 candidates competing for town supervisor and 7 candidates competing for 2 councilperson seats. The general election in the town of Amenia was even more contentious than usual, and that's saying something. Last year, in order to put its own candidates up against incumbents and other favored nominees running on the Republican ticket, a group of Amenia residents splintered from the GOP to form their own independent party called Amenia Strong. As with all political parties, Amenia Strong was required to file as a political committee and its candidates to file disclosure forms with New York State Board of Elections to keep the process as transparent as possible. It's not only good practice, but it is the law, according to the New York State Board of Elections spokesman John Conklin. As of Thursday, January 27th, Conklin could not find any records of Amenia Strong in his department for the 2021 election cycle. Quote, if they've not registered as a committee with us and disclosed, we would have no way of knowing, end quote. When asked if he saw Amenia Strong registered as a political committee, he confirmed he did not. Quote, no, I don't see it, end quote. Conklin looked to see if the party filed the required disclosure forms after a complaint was filed by an Amenia resident with the New York State Board of Elections against not only Amenia Strong, but against its 3 candidates for not filing or completing the registration of their financial reports. Julie Duran, who ran unsuccessfully against incumbent Victoria Perotti for town supervisor, Jamie Vitello, who ran unsuccessfully for town councilman, and Brad Revillard, who is the only candidate for Amenia Strong to win on November 2nd, gaining a seat at the town board table. The other open seat on the Amenia Town Board, well, when contacted about Amenia Strong and its candidates not filing their disclosure or documents filing them to completion, Blackman campaign treasurer Ken Mariero said he filed the proper paperwork for Blackman under a committee named Friends of Leo Blackman, and he said that process was very simple. Some meetings coming up in our area. In Salisbury at 8:30 in the morning in Salisbury, a special joint meeting of the Inland Wetlands Commission and the Planning and Zoning Commission. In Cornwall, Inland Wetlands and Watercourse meeting via Zoom 7 p.m. and the Board of Selectmen meet also via Zoom at 7:30. Coming up on Saturday from 10 till 4, COVID-19 vaccines will be available at the town of North Canaan, 100 P Street, for anybody 12 and older. No ID or insurance required. All vaccine types will be provided. Northwest Corner residents only. Walk-in, no appointment needed. Now, also coming up this weekend, but on Sunday, is a fishing derby, an ice fishing derby. Northwest Connecticut Rod and Gun Club 12th Annual Bill Solon Ice Fishing Derby on Sunday, 8 a.m. shotgun start, O'Hara's Landing, East Twin Lakes. Door prize and prizes for drawings. Derby cancellation will be posted on their website, northwestctrodandgun.org. Payout is based on half the entry fees taken in. All state angling regulations apply. One brown trout over 21 inch may be kept. Entry fee is $25 the day of the Derby. Pre-entry $20. Make your checks payable to Northwest Connecticut Rod and Gun Club, P.O. Box 163, North Canaan, Connecticut 06018. No bait available on the premises the day of the Derby. Application processing will start promptly at 7 a.m. In Sharon, the Housing Plan Steering Committee meets February 7th at 5:30. In North Canaan, on February 7th, the Board of Selectmen meeting at 7, and February 9th, the Board of Finance will hold their regular meeting. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgans at the Interlaken, interlakenin.com. You'll also find them on Facebook and Instagram. They've got a tapas menu, specials every day. More information, interlakenin.com. Underwriting support from Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average will start off today at 35,111.16, the Nasdaq at 13,878.82, and the S&P 500 at 4477.44. We'll take a look at the tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.